What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Wahoo TRACKR heart rate monitor, and I've been testing this for a couple weeks now, and overall I have been pretty impressed with this heart rate monitor. And in this video I'm going to be diving into all the details and giving a full in-depth review, and then ultimately answering the question of whether I would recommend this heart rate monitor to you if you were looking to purchase one. Let's dive into the video.
It to me.
To start things out, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. Wahoo did send me this for review, but they are not paying for this video. They are not sponsored or anything like that. These are all my authentic thoughts, and I'm going to be telling you everything that I actually think about this heart rate monitor. Now, probably one of the most important pieces of this, and that is pricing. This Wahoo heart rate monitor sensor comes in at $89.99, which is not the most competitive price, and it actually is pretty pricey for a heart rate monitor with these specifications. We're going to talk about why this sensor is priced how it is, and whether I think it's actually worth it in the end. Now, it comes in at $90, as I said, US, and that is a bit higher than competitors like the Garmin Heart Monitor Dual or the Polar H9, both of which I have really enjoyed using. And the Polar H9 comes in at $60 and can sometimes be found for cheaper, so that's about $30 saving. Overall, in terms of pricing, I would have liked to see this price maybe at $70 or $80, not $90, because that just brings it more into that upper, more higher end heart rate monitor territory, which this heart rate monitor unfortunately does not have the specifications of. This heart rate sensor is compatible with Bluetooth and ANT+, meaning it connects pretty much anything you want to, and it can have pretty much unlimited connections to both Bluetooth and ANT+. So if you are someone like me who sometimes uses two trainer apps at once or uses a bike computer while using Zwift, then you're going to need those two Bluetooth connections that the Polar H9 which the Polar H9 does not provide. Now, one of the things that was supposed to be improved from the TRACKR lineup on the TRACKR lineup is that these are supposed to be more comfortable straps and more comfortable for consumers to wear. And across my testing, I've been doing a lot of running and cycling and Zwifting, and when I'm on Zwift and stuff like that, I don't really notice this to be that much of a problem. It feels just like hitting a heart rate strap. It's a little bit annoying, but I make do with it, and I honestly am not too bothered by it. However, when I was running with this heart rate sensor, I was getting a little bit of irritation, and it did not feel as soft as heart rate monitors like the Polar H9. And that was something that's pretty disappointing for me to see, because I do like this heart rate monitor a lot, but the comfort is something that's really important to me, and overall, I just didn't find this to be quite as comfortable, especially when you're doing sports like running where there's a lot of movement and shaking around and stuff like that. However, all chests are different, so some people are going to find this to be easier to use than others, so some people will have no problem whatsoever. And I think if you're cycling or doing something like that, you're not going to have any problems with this. I haven't had any problems with it, but when I'm running, I do definitely notice that it's not exactly the most comfortable. Now, the battery section is where this heart rate sensor shines, and it has a claimed battery of up to 100 hours. Now, that is only a fourth of the battery life of the Polar H9, but the great thing about this is that it is rechargeable. And the fact that it is rechargeable makes it just a lot more environmentally friendly, and the fact that this sensor is rechargeable and can be recharged with its own cable is just a really helpful thing, and it's much more environmentally friendly than having to replace those coin cells every year or so. And that's one of the great things about this, and I think that it does live up to its battery life expectations. I found that it lasts around 100 hours before it starts to die out, and I generally charge before it dies because that's just generally best practices, and it makes me feel a lot more comfortable when I am using the heart rate sensor. So overall, battery life, this is absolutely amazing, and this is the thing that I think consumers are going to want with this heart rate monitor, and that's sort of the reason why I would get this over another heart rate monitor, but unfortunately the comfort sort of just outweighs that in the end. Then in terms of accuracy, I have found this Wahoo TRACKR to be exceptionally accurate, and with most chest-based heart rate monitors, you're going to have a really accurate reading, and you're not going to have to worry about inaccuracies when you are using these. And that's because they're ECG based, and that's going to be a lot more accurate than, say, an optical heart rate monitor like this Coros Pace 2 that I wear for all of my runs and rides and everything like that. And in the end, just having a chest-based heart rate monitor is going to be a lot more accurate than optical-based heart rate monitor. And I have found that this keeps in check with all my other heart rate monitor straps. That's going to be like the Polar H9, Garmin Heart Rate Monitor Dual, and a whole host of other Garmin and Wahoo-based heart rate monitors. Alright, now it's time to bring this video to a close with some of my thoughts about this heart rate monitor. Now, I was really excited to get my hands on this heart rate monitor, and I'm really glad that I was able to, because it's been a lot of fun to test and use. However, the thing that really just drives me away from this heart rate monitor is the fact that it is priced at $90 and it's not quite as comfortable as I had expected. Now, comfort only really bothers me, as I said, when I am running. So if you are just using this for cycling, I don't think you'll have any problem whatsoever. I haven't had any problems whatsoever with this, and I know most people who have tested this have found it to be pretty great. But the thing that I really do love about this heart rate monitor is the fact that it is rechargeable. That's just so much more environmentally friendly, and it's a lot better in general for the users, especially because you don't have to keep having coin cell batteries lying all over the place. And all you have to do is plug this in for a few minutes and you'll have quite a bit of battery in this thing. And that is something that I love to see. And it's great to see Wahoo innovating in the heart rate industry, because not much has really been done recently, and rechargeability is definitely a great thing to see. Would have been even better if we could see something like a USB-C port on this thing instead of this weird charger that I have honestly never seen before. But it is what it is, and I think that I'm really excited to see what Wahoo will do in the future with their TRACKR lineup, because I know there are some more heart rate sensors coming on later on down the road. So to answer the question that I initially posed in this video, is it worth the purchase? I think that if you are just someone who's primarily using this for cycling, it is definitely a great buy, and it will not let you down in any aspects. However, if you are using this for running or something like that, I would recommend checking out something like the Polar H9, because that just seems to be more comfortable in my opinion. The $90 price point is a little bit of a drawback, but if you are willing to spend, it can be definitely worth the price if it fits your use case. As I said earlier, I would have really loved to see this at a $70 or $80 price point rather than the $90 price point. $90 price point is kind of pushing it for what you get with this heart rate sensor, but I do get that it was probably more costly to include a charger and a rechargeability aspect in this rather than just throwing a coin cell in there. Overall, the Wahoo TRACKR is a decent heart monitor. Is it something that absolutely knocks the ball out of the park? No, but is it a great heart monitor and still a step in the right direction in terms of innovation? It definitely is. And that sort of brings me to the conclusion of this video. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below what you think of this heart monitor sensor. Are you going to be picking this up in the future or no? And with that, see you all next time, and ride on.